Joseph. Jerem, the third seed. Joseph last year was fifth in 132 pounds, which we just talked about was one of the best classes a year ago. We just saw the great bout between Garofalo and Sullivan. Now in 145, Joseph moves up, looking to become a section title winner. And the white singlet representing Fox Lane, who again is in control of the team title,
oh boy,
is Jerem. And Joseph is in the maroon singlet with the white H on it.
Very nice takedown. Stepped over the ankle. No points yet till he pops his head. Once he pops his head, there's the 2 points.
So 2 points early on now.
He's got in what's called a leg Turk.
And what is an appearance like Joseph had last year, fifth in 132? How does that motivate you throughout the offseason to kind of get going and try to move up and improve?
Yeah, I think, as I said, the year before that, he'd been second and been a wild card. And then he, I think even he'd admit he was a little disappointed with his finish last year. And I know specifically he attended an off-season club called GPS and did it on a regular basis. And I think that is a motivation. Some people put their head down, they feel sorry for themselves. Others use it, to figure out what they have to do in the off-season. And he did it. He's worked really hard, and that's why he's here in the finals.
Second 2 years ago, fifth last year now, looking to become the champion on this mat. We get a stoppage with 22 seconds remaining. And Jerem will go to the bottom, as Joseph will have an opportunity to maybe try to close him out.
Looks like they felt that 3 seconds came off the clock, so the clock probably won't start. I think the side official is going to count off 3 seconds before the clock starts. Again, that's why it's important to have a side official so they can keep track of those things. You only have those in tournaments.
Still a 2-0 lead.
Again, as I said, this will be a big decision for the Fox Lane coaches based on how easily he was ridden out, what they choose to do. I wouldn't be surprised if they either go top or neutral. It's their choice.
We've not seen anybody pick top so far in these championship matches. You mentioned that's a little bit of an unusual decision, but might be trying to worth something to change the momentum. Looks like they'll pick neutral though.
Yeah, you see their coach actually is pointing down, but the wrestler sort of waved them off. He can sense what's going on out there, so I think he feels he's better off on his feet.
Yeah, as a coach, how much do you listen to your wrestler? How much do you try to help them make those decisions?
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to experience. A lot of it comes down to knowing your wrestler. Some wrestlers want to be told what to do. Others like to have that. But as a coach, we always tell them to look to us, and we'll let's say, hey, it's your choice, or we'll make the choice for you. But that's kind of a very individual thing for each wrestler.
Jerem wanted to start neutral, and he has, still trailing 2-0 though.
Yeah, it's actually, listen, one takedown, he's right back in it. Again, you can see Joseph really keeping his elbows down near his knees. So if you were going to try to shoot, you'd have to go past the head, past the arm, and past the legs and the hips. So it's really good defense, and that sets up a reshot. There's a nice counter by Jerem. But again, what he's going to try to do is step over that ankle and pop his head. Now that could be 2. Yep.
It's now a 4-0 lead as they go out of play. Don't forget a programming note. After this 145 championship, we'll have 99 through 145 come up, receive their medals. We'll step aside for a moment. We'll still be with you. We'll leave the mics running so you guys can listen in on that. And then we'll come back on for the 152 through 285 championships. So there'll be about a 10-minute break for those award ceremonies, and then we'll come back and close out this championship Sunday here at Clarkstown. It's a 4-0 lead.
No 2 count. Got a couple 1 counts, but that was it.
This is a little bit similar to what we just saw in 138 with Bova very much in control against Delaria. This time it's Joseph just really in control of this match.
Yeah, totally. This is just really good. They both have a very similar style, as you notice. You know, going for that bar arm to the wrist. Again, it just tires you out. It wastes a lot of energy. Even if you don't get scored on, you're just spent by the time the period's over. And don't forget, it'll be Joseph's choice in the next period.
Joseph closing in, but time was dwindling. Will he get it in before the period?
He got at least a 2 count. 2 points. Now it'll be up to them. Probably going to go neutral or down. Let's see what Coach Lucida says. Going to go down. Again, when you're down, you have confidence that you're not going to get scored on. So you look at it as an opportunity where the top guy has to really stop that first move and establish control.
So they will give an opportunity to Jerome to kind of reshift the momentum. He has not ridden really in this match at all. Now an opportunity to do so. Joseph goes out of play.
Joseph will just look to score without exposing his back. I mean, technically, he can stay down there the whole period as long as he's moving. So he'll only come out if he thinks he can do it in a safe way.
He's got that 6-point lead.
Jerem came out front purposely. He was going to look for a cement mix, but he kept his leg a little too tight, and that's how Joseph was able to counter him with that double.
And you can see he was shaking his head with frustration. He thought he might have an opening, and Joseph shut it down.
Yeah, that was smart wrestling by Joseph. It's not a bad idea by Jerem to go for that.
Jerem had to try to shift the momentum, get something going. Didn't work. Now Joseph takes an 8-0 lead and is closing in on a section title. And for a guy that we talked about second, fifth the last 2 years, this would be a very sweet championship if he's able to hold on for the final 70 seconds.
See, that was, again, it was a smart move. Joseph saw himself coming out, realized there might be some danger there, and gave up the 2 points rather than try to hold it off and give up back points at the same time.
Still 8-0, 66 seconds left in this third period.
Jerem's going to have to look for something big here, some sort of cradle, some sort of snapback. Again, looking for that's what we call a chalice. And if he can step over, he lost it. But that was actually not a bad little move. That could have been a pinning combination if he was able to step over.
There's a large Fox Lane contingent here. They got on their feet for a moment, sensing that Jerome was close to maybe shifting the momentum, reversing this match. But just looking at him right now, looks like energy is on low for him. Just the amount of energy he expended in those first 2 rounds on bottom.
That's correct. That's what I said. Even if you don't give up too many points, it just sucks the energy out of you. And again, Joseph's just going to be very strategic right now. He's going to maintain his base. Maybe he'll come out. Maybe he won't. Keep his head up. He doesn't have to really do anything. He's earned the right, being up by 6, to just put himself in a position to finish the match on top.
Yeah, an 8-0 lead right now for Joseph. Joseph, the number 1 seed here in 145, sensing that he might be a Section 1 champion for the first time in his career. 13 seconds away.
Yeah, then what they're going to do is they're going to give him an intentional 1, and Jerem's going to try to go for a throw, but if Joseph's smart, he'll either take a shot or he'll just give up the 2. There's no reason to go up top and get into any kind of a bad position.
It's a 9-2 lead for Joseph. 6 seconds left to go. And Tyler Joseph, after finishing second 2 years ago, 5th last year, he is the top dog in 145. Tyler Joseph, your 145 Section 1 Division 1 champion. And Joseph, after coming so close, does come out on top.
We will now be giving out the awards beginning with 99 and going up through 145.
And so now we will have an award